Hey all y'all out there, Backwoods Samurai coming at you live with a video on how to use a sword, how to grip it, the stance, all that good stuff. Well, let's get started, shall we? First thing we're going to talk to you about is your grip. A lot of people think you just grab the sword and start swinging. That's wrong, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Now, a lot of people's first reaction when they use a sword is just grab it all the way up by the hilt, start swinging it like a baseball bat, hoping you cut something. Not true. You don't grab up by the hilt, which is the guard, and start swinging. You actually have to learn proper grip. Let me show you what a proper sword grip looks like. First of all, you don't grab it all the way up at the pommel. You grab it about a half inch to a quarter of an inch from the pommel. I mean the guard. The pommel's the end piece. And then you put your thumb, the top hand, you put your thumb right here on these two fingers. The bottom hand, you put your thumb right here on these two fingers. And you can actually use, this is how you cut something. Personally, for like fighting or something, I'll put both my thumbs over both my fingers, but over my index and my middle finger, but whatever, this is how I grip it. Next, you don't want to grip it like this. That limits your movement and your ability to strike. Some grips, some techniques in grips, you'll move your hand up or down the blade, which is why you need a tight wrap on your sword. Which I kind of have on this one, but I need to repair it. But yeah, like this. Now this gives you much more freedom, a lot more range of motion, and much more leverage for your attacks. Now I'm going to show you a proper stance. What this means is how you stand when you're using your blade. A lot of people like just start flopping around doing all kinds of stupid stuff instead of learning proper form. Now, it's easier to explain with the sword, so here's a tip on. Now, when using a sword, you put one leg out in front of you and the other leg behind you. It's like a bow, but instead of a bow, your legs extend beyond your shoulders. Now your front leg will extend beyond your front shoulder. Your back leg should stay closer to it. This gives you more stability when you're making the cut. Now, there's a lot of different stances. There's horse stance, back stance, and front stance. And the front stance is your dominant, is the leg closest to your dominant hand. That means if you're right-handed, your right leg comes out. If you're left-handed, vice versa, your left leg comes out. Now, the front leg doesn't do much. It provides the power. The back leg provides the power, the front leg provides the kickoff. And then you just go from there. But, like I said, it all depends. Your swordsmanship will depend a lot on your stance. Now, horse stance, that's very good if like you're chopping something. The legs are bent like so, shoulder width. You're ready for battle. Of course, you see swordsmanship movies where they're like this or they're like this. Those are stances too, but they're doing them wrong. Now, your stance will be firm, but not so firm you can't move. You want to be able to keep it a little loose, but firm, so you have a good cutting force. Now, how you maintain your stance is crucial. You can either practice every day like I do, or try to practice every day, or you can read a book, have a friend trace out your stance on a piece of construction paper and take that form whenever you go to cut something. And there's a whole bunch of ways you can improve your stance. Now, the actual how to cut with a sword. Now I'm going to be showing you how to actually do the cut with the sword. This is where your stance comes into focus. Now, take your stance. Now, you're going to get something real quick. This is just an old dirty piece of wood. It will do for the purpose that I'm going to use it for. Demonstrate how to do the cut. Now before we do on to that, I'm going to set this to the side. I'm going to show you the actual form and technique. Then I'm going to use that stick to show you the kind of power you can get out of using that form every time you cut. Now, take your stance again. Your grip should be the same for every cut, so it's accurate. Remember, top hand, thumb over your index finger and middle finger. Bottom hand, thumb over your middle finger and ring finger. Now this is the form where you want to bend. When you go in for the cut, you bend your knees, twist your hips, and pull the sword back. Your top hand gives the sword power. Your bottom hand gives it direction. And the reason you want to pull back as you're cutting is because that gives that actually takes the entire width of the blade, the entire edge of the blade into the cut, cutting deeper and better. Now, the reason you want to bend your knees and bend your knees a little forward actually is because that gives the sword more power into the cut, also helping it cut better. Now, the reason you want to twist your hips is just more power and more stability. You're putting your entire body into the cut. Now, I'm going to show you what it looks like in slow motion. Ready? You always want to bring the sword down. Now, you want your top hand to up and your left hand to retract and your bottom hand to retract and make the cut, like so. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like in fast motion. You can see the difference in my form. Remember, always twist your hips, bend your knees, and pull the sword back as you cut. Now, I'm going to show you, this is actually the most basic form of cutting. And the easiest way to learn how to use a sword is by taking classes or reading books and educational videos and copy. If you're a visual learner, I suggest the videos and the uh, class. But if you're a book learner, I suggest reading books, but videos couldn't hurt either. Now, this thing is about the thickness of this sword, but it's been outside so long it's starting to turn brittle. Let's see. What kind of damage we can get. This bokeh. Clean the tip off. Now, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that damaged the blade. I dented the blade a little bit, but that's because it hit a nail. But still, this thing didn't break. So I'm gonna pause the video, reset it, and we'll kind of try to break it again. Now, we're gonna try that cut again. So, as always, 3, 2, 1. Feeling any damage? Clean break.